It's not something that we are doing in the abstract. These vaccines were built out of, 10, 15, 20 years of prior research on immunology, of prior research on genetics, of prior research on medicine and medical biology. So all those 10, 15 years that people may have complained about science, we suddenly see the fruits of what science can do and what science can allow us to do, which is to take a global pandemic that would have wiped out the economies of several countries, and has already done so, and restore some of it back as fast as possible. I think it's been a testament, a kind of testimony to the power of science and why we should believe in science. One way I try to, sometimes I meet someone who says, "Oh, I'm not going to take the vaccine because of X or Y reasons." Even the good vaccines, the vaccines that haven't shown any side effects. And I tell them, don't take it for yourself, take it for your children. Because we need to protect not just ourselves, we need to protect them from potential COVID infection. Because actually, frankly, we don't even know what the long-term effects of this infection are. So I think this is a moment in the world to not to be selfish, and to really think about ourselves as a planet, as a blue planet in space, where we have historically made many mistakes. But this is not a moment to be selfish, but to be selfless, and certainly taking care of oneself, whether that be again through masking, isolation, quarantining if you indeed test positive until the vaccination is achieved. All of those measures will help. Every little measure will help in protecting our planet and ourselves from real devastation. Very well, and it's important to communicate that for people who were comfortable economically before COVID have survived the pandemic, and they will survive. But for people who were living on the brink, migrants, people who were homeless, people who didn't have stable jobs, people who were vulnerable, medically vulnerable, for them it has been an enormous devastation. So I think it's very important for us to understand what really went on in those lives. COVID caused one of the greatest migrations in human history in India, of people who left for their homes and villages from cities. It caused one of the greatest inequalities in economy in many countries, where the people living on the brink just fell off the brink, and were no longer able to survive on their meager incomes. So I think, again, 2021 is a time for us to reflect back on that, to be thoughtful about it, and to remember that not everything was perfect in the world, and it should be a jolt. It should be a moment of remembrance, as we go over this hump towards a restoration of normalcy.